The train horn is stalkered up. My refrigerator stalkered up when I started the live stream. My refrigerator turned on, stalkered up. My refrigerator and my toilet have been stalkered up. And I go flush my toilet and it'll just stay on and then it'll turn off, stalkered up. And then occasionally there'll be bubbles coming up through the toilet bowl, stalkered up. The train horn is going off again right now, stalkered up. There's cars driving by, stalkered up. And it's the whiteys and the tan cars and the black and silver cars and whatever other stalker cars were driving by. And then there's the whiteys right now. And there's this engine sound out here. And then there's a tan car. And then there's the black and silver and the whiteys. And then there's the whiteys. And then there's other whiteys. And then there's other whiteys. And there was a ambulance siren earlier. There wasn't any sirens for like a few days straight. Like, I think like the 4th of July through like the 7th or whatever, the 8th or whatever. There wasn't any sirens, I don't think, or like way less sirens. And now there's more sirens again. There's been fire truck sirens. And a fire truck and an ambulance drove by my apartment at like 3 a.m. the other night, Sunday night. So the sirens are back. The planes came back for a day or two, or no, a few days. But I haven't seen any planes today. I think there was planes yesterday, I don't remember. There's a whitey backing up. And then he's taking off as a white box truck drives out. And then there's another whitey, and then there's this silver car that looks like another stalker. And he's syncing with a tan car and a white car at the intersection, and a blue truck is driving out. And then a bunch of other stalker cars, and then there was a red truck, and I think he was synced with the blue truck. And then there's a whitey and a bunch of other stalkers. And then there's another blue truck. He looks synced with the red car and another car. Is it a blue car? I think it's a blue car that he synced with the blue car. And it parked. And there's other stalker cars driving by. But yeah, Sunday night there was that siren, the fire truck and the ambulance that drove by me. And then like I went outside for a little bit, and there it was like quiet, and I heard this firecracker, just one, and then I heard this like faint engine sound in the distance, like in the other direction. At the same time, but like it's quiet out there, you know. I just hear those things at the same time. But like that was it when I went outside. Like, I was just standing outside my apartment, but uh, and then like when I came back inside, there was this truck or something out in the parking lot beeping, like the reverse beeping sounds. And that synced up. And then my neighbor making all these noises through the walls, coughing, blowing his nose through the walls, and making stomping sounds through the walls and shit. But yeah, there's been a few planes flying over my apartment. I don't think there was any yesterday, if I remember right. But the past few days before that, but when I came back inside my apartment this morning, there's a guy on a motorcycle with a red shirt. On this really loud ass motorcycle riding by me when I go inside the front door of my apartment building. There's black and silver stalkers, and there's people getting in a red car that looks stalkered up. And there's people coming out of the building, and he's probably stalkered up. He's coming out as they're leaving the red car, and he's getting in a white SUV as the red car drives behind the white SUV in the parking lot. So yeah, they were stalkered up. And then the white SUV is taking off right when I start to talk about him. Was he synced up with that? He's driving out as a motorcycle and a tan car drives through the intersection. He's driving out of the parking lot, the white SUV. And then there's other stalkers. A tan stalker and a silver stalker and a white stalker and other stalkers. And then a black stalker with the silver stalker. And then a silver stalker with the black stalker. Another silver stalker. And then another silver stalker with the silver stalker. And then a tan car, and he's a stalker. He's gonna stalk. He looks stalkered up. All these other stalkered up cars. Yeah, I just haven't been in the mood to record them lately, but it's stalkerd out here. Just every time I walk up to the intersection, there's a bunch of cars pulling up to it from all directions. And you just feel them staring at me. Like, you can try to ignore them, but you can't really ignore them. Like, I just look down at the sidewalk, but it's just cars pulling up from all directions when I walk up. And cars parking and taking off right next to me and shit. It's a white SUV with a red shirt on, and he's parking pointed directly at me right next to me. And then there's blue and tan and white stock heads. And the tan stock heads going in the parking lot. And then he's turning to park as another car drives in front of him, and then it's syncing with another black car. And then I think this bird just synced up with a car, and then he synced up with a whitey when he flew away again. I don't know. But went to the library today. There's people stalking me with their children as usual. When I go to the library, that's usually happening. So that was happening again. It's just children just running by me a bunch of times. Synced up. No one's paying attention to me, but there's 1,000 cars driving by my apartment right now. How's no one paying attention to me? And you're in my comments paying attention to me. Huh. There went the whiteys again. Here comes another whitey in the parking lot. A white SUV. The OG Agent Smith white SUV Whitey. Is he gonna be a Whitey? He's like struggling to park. I think he synced up with this blue car twice. Yeah, and then right when he parked, one of the tan car finally got out. They were just sitting there in the parking lot the whole time. And then they opened their door and got out right when the Whitey parked. And it's parked like over by the tan car, kind of. And then there's a tan stalker and a black stalker truck stalkered up. And then when's the Whitey door gonna open? Is it gonna be stalkered up with something? There's a car in front of the Whitey getting out. I didn't even know they were sitting there. I don't know if it was a stalker. I see other cars that are stalkers though. Now they're getting out of the Whitey. They got out of the Whitey and they're walking across the parking lot. When they get across the parking lot, there's a tan car driving out and a Whitey. And then there's a silver car and a Whitey truck. And then there's other cars that look stalkered up. And then there's another car and another car that looks stalkered up. They all look very, very stalkered up. I can't explain. It's just too many stalkered up things happening. It's too many stalkers to even catch on camera, even if I turn the camera around at any given moment. There's too many stalkers to even catch. There went the black and the white stalkers. Here comes more stalkers. See the black and silver stalkers? It's black and silver stalkers. And then truck and this other truck looked like stalkers. This white car looks like the stalker with these other stalkers. This white SUV is driving out like a stalker with the other stalker cars. Is he gonna come park in the parking lot? Here you go, another white SUV parking in the parking lot. There's an engine sound as he turns into the parking lot. There's another whitey driving out of the parking lot. And then right when the whitey turns to park in the parking lot, there's another car turning into the parking lot off the street. And then the engine sound is getting loud again. Motorcycle or something. And then there's a red car taking off out of the parking lot as a Domino's car drives behind it in the intersection. I think it was probably the blue Domino's car syncing with the red car, and I saw another red car that was probably syncing with the red car. And then the red car syncs with another white SUV, and then it's parking on the side of the street. And then it's opening his door. It looks synced with this car that's driving by, I think. And then they walked out of the parking lot as these other cars drive out on the street. Out of the whitey that parked. And the other whitey that parked in the parking lot is still sitting in the parking lot. And who knows, it might just take off again for no reason. Just sit there for no reason and then take off again. Or they might get out, stalkered up, and have a red shirt on. Whatever happens is gonna be stalkered up. Or they're gonna turn their lights off, stalkered up. There's a silver car driving by me, and I don't know if he was stalkered up. I don't know who's not stalkered up. But these cars are stalkered up right now. And these people walking out are at the same time as the stalkered up cars. So there's a bunch of people walking across the parking lot. They look like they're all getting in different cars. But it looked like they walked out stalkered up. This one car took off right as this white SUV stopped on the street, and then it's starting to move again as the car is driving forward out of the parking lot. And then someone's walking out. They look synced up with the truck driving out of the parking lot. What's up? And then when the whitey drove away, it synced up with another whitey, and then a bug flew in my window at the same time. And then the whitey synced up with another whitey, and then the whitey in the parking lot is taking off. I think they picked someone up. Like, I think they were waiting for someone to get in. I didn't see him get in, but it's taking off, synced. But yeah, the train horn was going off when I started the video. What I got going on? Not much. Just hanging out, chilling, trying to catch predators, trying to find a job. And watching stalkers out my window. A lot of them. There's just like 20 stalker cars right now. The white SUV with the red shirt is taking off again. And he has a 66 license. I think it says 7766. And then there's another whitey in the parking lot taking off, synced up with the other whitey. And then there's two other whiteys synced up with the other whiteys. A bunch of white SUV whiteys. And then there's a bunch of whiteys again and a whitey truck. Good job as a security guard. Just non-stop stalkers driving by. I'm driving in and out of the parking lot. There's a piglet. He's synced with the car. He synced with a silver car, and then there's just a bunch of other silver cars and an orange car. And then I think the orange car synced with the orange car. And then it synced with the red car. Wow. And then the red car is coming back around, synced with another car. Wow, man, that's amazing. And then there's whiteys, and then there's other stalkers. There's a red shirt lady walking out and a whitey driving out at the same time. There's a red truck and a red truck synced up. There's a whitey synced up with the red truck. Where'd the red shirt lady go? Is she getting in a stalker truck? Yep, she got in a stalker truck and is taking off. Yeah, it looks stalkered up. Stalkered up. But yeah, I've been paying him less attention. For the most part, I haven't been going live the past few days, so I've been mostly ignoring him. But it's weird shit though. There's this truck that drove out of the parking lot, and then when he gets to the intersection, there's a whitey laying in the background behind him, and then there's another whitey driving out, like nearby, at the same time. They keep making synced up engine sounds, and they keep driving by a bunch of black and silver and white. And tan cars occasionally, and then red and blue occasionally. Alright, now there's no cars, now there's nothing happening right now. And now there's a car, and is he gonna sink? There's a blue car synced with a bunch of black cars. It's just crazy how obvious it'll be sometimes too. Like this morning, it's just a bunch of red cars in a row. Oh, there's a red and a blue car right now on the whiteys. Yeah, it was just a bunch of red cars in a row driving up the street this morning. Like, damn, is it red car day or something? Why is it all red cars on the street? Well, red is a popular color of cars, so of course there's a lot of red cars on the street. No, I know that, but why is it red cars in a row on the street? Why is it a lot of red cars in a row on the street? Well, because red is a popular color of car, and your mind makes up patterns, and so you just assume that it's a thing, but it's actually just a coincidence. No, it's red cars in a row on the street. There's multiple red cars in a row on the street, bro. And then they're all meeting a red car at the intersection when they get to the intersection. There they go again. They're stalkered up. But what else happened? I don't know if I said this already, but a few days ago, I took my trash out, and a plane flew over me. I took my trash out. Like right when I come outside, just taking my trash out. And then a plane flew over my apartment when I came into my apartment a few days ago. And then there's a bunch of whiteys driving by right now. And oh, there's a guy with a red shirt. Here we go again. Or is he just a guy with a red shirt? Is he just a Husker fan? Or a stalker? Here we go. He's walking to the other side. I think he's synced up with all these black and silver stalkers. I think he did. Or they synced up with him. Oh, he's coming back. He's walking the other way now. Across the parking lot. Well, when he walks in front of the intersection, he takes his hat off and scratches his head. So I don't know if that was a sync. But usually when a stalker walks in front of the intersection, there's a car driving through it. He went in the door of the building and looked stalkered up with these stalker cars. And they were stalkered up with each other on the streets. And the girl that was walking with him is another stalker they see all the time. And he had a red shirt and a red hat. And they were stalkered up. But, I don't know what else. I'm sure other things happened I forgot, but you know, my neighbors are constantly making noises, walking around in the hallway synced, coughing synced, talking through the walls synced, and tapping on the walls, and doing sync things. And then occasionally there's frequencies being shot in my ears. Usually at a synced up moment. And then my phone will do synced up things. Like glitch out synced up, or there'll be an ad popping up synced up on YouTube. If I'm watching a YouTube video and then like I pick my phone up, there'll be an ad popping up right when I pick my phone up. Things like that. The ads that they put in the middle of the video, it will just pop up at a synced up moment. Or they'll sync up a thing with the video ending. Or they'll sync up a thing with a scene changing when I'm watching a movie. There's people walking up to a car right now, and there's someone walking behind them in the distance. He's got red shorts on as they get into his car. But yeah, a lot of times, like the opening scene of a movie, especially, like right when the opening scene ends, they'll be honking a horn outside or something. I'm walking by in the hallway. There's people walking out of the building as the semi is going through the intersection. The sinkheads. They took off in a truck. I think they were sinkheads. I don't know. There's other people walking across the parking lot. And then they're syncing with the guy with the red shorts and this engine sound. And then they turned and they're walking, and I think they're thinking of this engine sound again. But yeah, what else? See people on bikes synced up with people in cars right now. It's just sync-tarded out there. Sync-tarded, man. But yeah, I've been hearing synced fireworks occasionally. Just like one occasionally since the 4th of July. I don't think every day, but like every other day, I'm hearing synced fireworks. Just like one of them. yesterday or whatever day, there were these cars turning synced, and there's this kid screaming at the same time. It's like, it's just weird how they do that. Like, there'll be kids screaming synced. It's just creepy. But yeah, support the Cash App, support the PayPal, vote for LCAT, and see y'all on the next video.